All right, let's look at this automation here. This is an invoice processing system. This was originally developed for a small cleaning service, but this is a very common problem for a lot of businesses I work with, is that you're getting a lot of invoices when you're a business. And these invoices are different. They have different fonts, layouts, designs, and colors. And it takes a lot of time to manually process these invoices. And what this automation does simply is that it will look at an image of the invoice. The OpenAI vision model will analyze it and extract information and store it on a Google Sheet. Now you can download this template and go to openyourmake.com and go to import blueprint, and you can import this scenario. And what you have to do, that you have to create a folder in your Google Drive and just upload the images of the invoices in JPEG or PNG format into this folder. That's what you have to do. And you can activate this scenario here and set your timing. Like you can run once every day, or you can run it at regular intervals like 15 minutes or 15 minutes too much actually. Maybe every 4 hours, something like that. If you do that every 4 hours, this scenario will look at this folder. Well, you have to set your folder path right here, and it will download that image. It will convert that image to binary format, and this one converts that binary format into base 64 format. Why? Because it needs the OpenAI vision model. Right now it's not the regular vision module that you see right here. Where is that? This analyze image vision model module. I'm making an API call here. So when I'm making an API call, the body has to be in JSON format. So for that, now I have to pass the base 64 converted format in as a JSON string here. That's what I'm preparing here. So you don't have to get into these things. It's done for you. This is a simple set variable module. And this text right here is the prompt. Why haven't I typed my prompt here? It'll make things more complicated, right? And this is in JSON format, which means I have to pass the prompt in as a JSON compatible string. That's why everything's a bit jumbled up and all these special characters right here and everything. So you might not be able to read this because it's not that clear, but you can download the prompt in the resources. When you download the resources, you can actually go to OpenAI Playground and paste it right there, paste the prompt right there, and test your invoices. You can upload from the computer, upload file, and see if this prompt works, if it extracts this information right here. This is the example output I'm specifying as a JSON format. The invoice date, invoice number, vendor name, item detail, discount amount, tax amount, total, and currency. So these information I'm going to extract from the invoices. You can test it right here. If something's not working, then you can amend the prompt as you wish. The prompts follow this basic format that always works for me: the role, context, task, guidelines, and the example output. Read these guidelines and understand them, and then clear plain English. You can add more guidelines here if you need them. I'm specifying that I need a clean JSON object as the output. This is the JSON object that this module is going to output. So I'm going to parse that JSON object, and I'm going to extract all the fields from there, like the invoice date, invoice number, discount amount, tax amount, and the total. Why? Because I'm in UK. Sometimes you have to convert these currencies into your currency because, for example, some of these invoices are in dollars. If that's the case, I have to convert that to my currency. That's what these modules does. The discount amount, it's going to convert the currency to British pounds. If you're in Australia, so you can convert it to Australian dollars. Depends on where you are. And I'm going to capture them here, the discount, tax, and total. And I'm going to get those variables here again, and I'm going to store it to the Google Sheet. Now make sure you connect your Google Sheet in this module. and have your API key ready. You might need it to add a connection, put your API key and make a connection to the GPT API. Once you do that, it's ready. This is the image processing bit where the vision model looks at the image and extract the information. Now at this point I have to give credit to Mr. Julius Forster for this method. I'll provide the link for his tutorial and you can refer to it if you want to dive deep into this way of image processing. Alright, now you can download this, make all the connections here, here and here and run it. It'll do the job. Now before we go, let's look at where this automation fits in the data pipeline. Now data pipeline is the process which you collect the data of your business. Now first one is the data. You have to collect data, you have to store those data, you have to clean those data, you have to process the data to make it analysis ready, and only then it's ready for AI and business intelligence. Now what our automation does is look at the invoices coming in, extract information and store them. It fits into this data collection stage. The reality is that 99% of the AI automations that you see online fits into data collection. There's a reason for that. I'm not going into that. I can technically call this an AI automation because I'm using AI, but still, this is not the AI automations we're talking about in the data pipeline. We are not doing any forecasting, any business intelligence, any visualization, any business insights, nothing. All we do is extract information and store it. So it's data collection. However, there is data storage element here as well because we are storing data in a Google Sheet. Very simple. Usually what happens is in a Firestore database or MySQL, PostgreSQL, or even BigQuery. That's what usually happens. The simplest form is the Google form. Data storage element is there. And data cleaning element was also there. I want to point that out because if you look at these invoices, look at the dates. The dates are in different formats. April 1st, 2022, May 15, 2020 is the same format. But this is different format. Look at this, 15/10/2023, and this is another format, and this is the same format again. There are three formats here. I am transforming them in my prompt. Data format must be this format: date, month, and year. So I am formatting data when I'm capturing it. Some data cleaning element is here, but that's not what we are referring to when talking about the data pipeline. The data cleaning in data pipeline process is a different stage. You extract the information from your storage and you remove duplicates, you format the data, fix the missing data and everything. You do that, that's a different stage. But what's happening here is that we have the mindset of capturing quality data. You have to have that mindset because if you don't, you will end up capturing a lot of garbage. And you will waste a lot of time cleaning those data, and you will actually waste a heck of a lot of data down the line. If you do that, by the time you reach this stage, you might not have a lot of data to get insights from. If you do this right, if you have that mentality from the beginning, and you have your systems ready, and you start capturing quality, clean data from the beginning, you will have a lot of quality data by the time you reach the AI and business intelligence stage. When that happens, you can ask questions from AI in plain English. For example, let's say for your business, you need to buy something, let's say a fertilizer. You can just ask your system, I need to buy this particular fertilizer, find me the best supplier. Because now you have quality data in place, it's very easy for AI to give you the answer that, okay, these are the guys that will give you the best rates, but when considering the transport cost, this is the one you should pick. Not the one who gives the best rate. When you consider transport, it's cheaper to go to this guy. Things like that. You can get those informed decisions when you have quality data. So have that mindset of acquiring quality data from the beginning. So with that said, it's done. Follow the link in the description and download all the resources. Or if you're watching this on LinkedIn, you can DM me with a connection request. I'll give you the download link. All right, I'll see you again in a bit. Bye-bye.